Yeah, now we're really going places. Check it out, babe. Oh, Rufus, you really are the best. True, so very true. If you like that, then you'll love what's coming next. Oh, yeah.
Look, the rails are still warm. What? Don't say you've already got one of these new infrared visors. No.
My beard sonar has gone to red alert. They have to be somewhere close by.
I'll send a helmet fax to the bailiff immediately. You two are shitting me, right?
Hold on for a second. My shoulder seismograph is giving me strange readings.
You're right. I feel it too. Guys, strange. According to the soul barometer in my boot, the ground pressure hasn't changed.
My sock spectrometer is still processing the data.
Guys, so it can't be an earthquake.
Wait, my kneecap ultrasound detector is registering strange readings from...
Hey, I'm still alive. I'm not an easy man to break. They call him Rufus. Rufus. And what a sight! The Lower Ascension Station. I did it once again. You see that? I did it. Oops. Maybe I should get you to a place that is a little more comfortable. Luckily, it'll be a downhill ride from here. So, do you want to be carried? Which would be plain boring. Or do you prefer the fun and fast way? Yes!
Historians would die for a way to decipher apparently missing text passages here. They still found no reasons why scratches and lesions related to ghosts subsequently appear. But then why should it bother you? For he finally managed to haul her more or less unharmed to the rendezvous spot, and that without expecting any pay except for the reward. But hey, it's not about the context, so get on with the plot. Huzzah, get on with the plot.
Well, you'll be safe here for now. We just need to wait for your fiancé to show up. That Cletus guy is really a lucky fella. I hope he'll keep his promise. Well, now we just have to wait. I guess I should search for a way up to the platform on top of the tower. The view should be good from up there.
Now that was exciting. After this really mind-like chase through the trash mines of Deponia, we've now reached the Lower Ascension Station and are inside the candy shop of the abandoned railroad depot. Rufus laid go down in a bed of roses and...
They were Brussels sprouts. Yes, Brussels sprouts.
Yes, Brussels sprouts.
They stunk, and I stank for weeks.
Whatever. Brussels sprouts, roses. A rose is a rose, is sometimes a Brussels sprout. However, we are heading towards the game's exciting showdown, slowly but surely. Speaking of which, I always like to point out how interesting this Art Nouveau station is. We tried our best to let the old Elysian wells shine through these ruins by showing hints of early Elysian architecture, and also Elysians have an exquisite taste for high society candy, like candy cotton with Casoni flavor, or
Brussels sprouts.
Brussels sprouts, of course, why not, or skewered anchovies. There was a huge variety of delicacies, and after all, Brussels sprouts are not so bad. Healthy, if anything. That's a good thing if a man gives Brussels sprouts to a woman, and let's move on.
These lamps must be of some significance. I just know. These lamps must... I just know. Fished with dynamite and sun-dried. These lamps, I just know. One fish of the day, please. Ugh, I should have said which day. Fished with... Nah, I still have... The switches change the lights. There are 3 on this side and 1 on the other. Aha! 1 off, 2 on. I'm getting there. 3 and 3. That's 6, isn't it? They're all prime numbers. Oh, this selects the flavor of the cotton candy. Huh, seems to be broken. I'm sure I have to solve this lever problem first. I know how things are going down here. I'll get there eventually. It's impossible that these levers don't have any significance. It's simply impossible. They're all prime numbers. Whoopsie daisy. It's impossible that these... It's simply impossible. I have to think binary. I've had that before. They're all prime numbers. It's impossible that these levers don't have any significance. It's simply What if I calculate cross totals? I've had that before. They're all prime. They're all prime. I'll get there eventually. What if I calculate... I've had that before. I have to think binary. It's impossible that these levers don't have any significance. It's simply impossible. What if I calculate cross totals? What if I calculate cross totals? 1 serving of cotton candy. I suppose the machine had no eyes. They're all prime fished with It's impossible that these levers don't have any significance. It's simply... Hey, there's something What the? A plug! Oh, man. Not really. You crazy? It can't be that easy. Ah! One serving of cotton candy, please. I suppose the machine had no eye. Huh, I think some kind of stick has to go in there. Yummy! Skewered anchovies. They had those when I was a kid, too. Wow! Any foodie knows anchovies get better the longer they're stored. All I wanted to have was the stick anyway. You don't even taste the sugar. We've had that before. I'll get there eventually. Chewing gum, and fast. What? I want chewing gum. There's a mount for the torch in the niche. There are mirrors around it to focus the light. That can only mean one thing, or nothing. 1 or 0. The mosaic depicts a group of trash crabs in a mating ritual with cocktails and colorful twisted straws. Or it doesn't. It's hard to make out any details without any light.
Oh yes, this screen doesn't look that alive, but that's exactly the reason why I wanted to talk about it. It's a good example for my effort to introduce locations to players with as much variation as possible. First, I'll introduce a location screen in a specific way. Then later you return and have to use and thus see it in a completely different manner again. It's a quite exciting change of perspective, and I can't talk about that as much as I would like right now, but you'll be surprised what you can do and where you can go here. Speaking of a change of perspective, I gotta do one of my own, and that's switching to a storytelling perspective rather than a cosmetic one. Right here, a seemingly arbitrary object reaction hints at a fact I'll be intensively playing with later on, and that's a double Rufus. Because here's a small, well, you may call it Easter egg, when Rufus tries to throw something into that pot. Something very, very absurd will happen. So absurd I couldn't stop laughing while I wrote that. I hope you'll enjoy it as well.
No, don't! You'll hit the reactor and there'll be a nuclear time loop! How can I prevent that from happening? You can't! One of us has to sacrifice himself. Rock, paper, scissors. Damn. Cool. No, don't! You'll hit the reactor and there'll be a nuclear time loop! How can I prevent that from happening? You can't. One of us... Rock, paper, scissors. Damn. Cool. Is this acid or water? Just water. I'll save my telekinetic. A crane with what do you know?